All right, good morning, everyone. Jin Tian here once again, increasing your chance of surviving COVID-19 exercise edition. Today is going to be a very special session altogether, guys. It's because we and Farouk, we are going to do something different, okay? So what's going to happen is we're going to be recapping a bit about what we covered previously, as well as we're going to have an exercise challenge. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're watching us today, please share and get your friends to come and join us today, because if once we get up to 20 views, okay, 20 views, me and Farouk are going to exercise live in front of you. That's right, guys. What's going to happen is me and Farouk are going to exercise live in front of you while going through our series of increasing your chance of surviving COVID-19 exercise edition. Okay, guys, so please come and watch us now. Get your friends to watch us. Share this video link to all your friends and family members, so then that you can actually get to see us exercise live. This is a very unusual edition because we are going to be actively participating in this, and we are going to make sure that we share with you all the benefits of exercising in this series. Okay, guys, so please share this with your friends and family members, so then you get to watch us and get it up to 20 likes. Okay, guys, get it up to 20 viewers. And once you get up to 20 views, you will see us going live into exercising with you. All right. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this is Jin Tian here once again. And this is the fourth video already that we've been doing on this increasing your chance of surviving COVID-19. And today is going to be the exercise edition. So please, once again, share this video, get your friends and family to come and watch us. Once we get up to 20 views, me and Farouk are going to be exercising. On top of that, if we get 40 views, guys, the intensity of our exercise will increase. Okay, let me share it one more time. The intensity of our exercise will increase if we get up to 40 views. Okay, so without further ado, guys, I would like to welcome the star of the show once again, Mr. Muhammad Farouk. Okay, guys.
Hey, how you doing, guys? Good to see you. We're going to do some exercise today.
Yeah. Okay, so how many viewerships do we have right now? Okay, so let me just check the system here. Okay, we got 3 viewers right now. Okay, guys, for those who are watching right now, thank you for watching us. Okay, hi One, good to see you, One. All right, please share it with as many friends as you can. Once we get up to 20 views, we've got people watching us live, 20 of us, we will be exercising in front of you. Okay, we will be exercising in front of you. So good to see you, One. Okay, great, fantastic. So Farouk, how are you feeling this morning?
Oh, full of energy, full of beans. Time to share. I want to know what's happening to these people. So we're hoping to get a lot more interchange today. We're hoping that you get involved and we get to know you a little bit. So JT, after the last session, we had a lot of people coming back to us wanting to join up in a group and wanting to take this whole concept further. They want to apply it to themselves.
All right.
We've got one person who is already, since we started, has lost almost 5 kilos. And yeah, fantastic, great result. And he's got a nice big, he's got a lot to lose. If you're watching, my friend, you're doing a great job. I won't mention your name, all right? We'll get you later on when you've become the biggest loser. Yeah, we'll put you on then.
Interesting. Yeah,
and we also got this from Switzerland. We got somebody joining us from Switzerland, and she's taken out all the bad oils they had in the kitchen and threw them away after the last session. And she's now resorted to using butter and olive oil as the basis for cooking, which is fantastic. And she's taken out all sugar from the diet as well, which is incredible.
Nice.
We've got one of our good friends up north towards Kedah. He showed me pictures of the oils that we're using in the kitchen. He said, "Are you saying these are no good?" They were vegetable oils, and I said, "Well, where at high temperatures they do change, and there's a possibility that they could become start to release aldehydes, which are obviously known as a link to cancer. So he immediately threw those away. So we're seeing some change. We're seeing clear change. People are starting to make steps towards achieving vibrant health. They're very conscious of this COVID-19 being something that we can't, we have to treat very seriously.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy with the progress.
There's so many good feedback, right? Because I think when we initially started this channel, we just had a simple message that we want to share with everyone, about taking care of your health and taking care of it in a holistic manner, which is why you designed the 4 spaces.
Yeah.
And it's great that getting a lot of people coming back to us with feedback, and it's absolutely fascinating that the results are coming, and it's fast. It's like
JT, we started off, we wanted to just show off, but it turned out to be really good. People can't take it seriously. I mean, what the, So it's lovely.
Good to see you. She said, looking good, guys. Okay,
wonderful.
Hi, Emma. Great to see you.
Woohoo.
Okay, there's 5 views right now. Okay, just want to share for those who just joined us, guys. This is the Increase Your Chance of Surviving COVID-19 Exercise Edition. All right, so please share this video with as many of your friends and family. Once we get to 20 views, okay, 20 views, okay, guys? Yeah. Which means that 20 people watching us live, Farouk and I are going to start exercising live in front of you while going through the slides. Okay, we are going to exercise live in front of you while going through the slides. So please share with this as many people as you can. If we get up to 20 views, we will be exercising live with you. If we get 40 views,
I think since we've got a few people, how about we go through the key points we said before, so some of them catch up. I see some new people joining us.
Okay.
Lovely to
just want to share one more time. Now, I just want to share one more time. If we get 40 views, guys, the intensity of our exercise will increase. Okay, if we get up to 40 views, the intensity of our exercise will increase. So do not wait. Please share this video, get as many people watching this, and we will be exercising live in front of you. Okay, Farouk. So yes, let's go to our presentation right now and start sharing what we covered previously. Okay, fantastic. Okay, great.
So you want me to go through some of the things that we covered before?
Yes, let's go through it right now.
Okay, so I need to hang on. Sorry, I get used to doing this. So I'm sharing.
The slides are there already, Farouk. You can see the slides right now.
Yeah. So do I click forward, or is Leah going to do that?
Yeah, she's controlling it right now. So Leah, please.
Okay. So basically, this is where we started from. We said, look, we looked at the data, and the data tells us that those people, unfortunately, who died from COVID-19 in Malaysia, over 25% of those people were people who had some form of chronic disease. Also, they're deemed to be metabolically unhealthy. And from the United States, this is even worse. They're saying in the high 80s, in 90%, they think that people who died were people with high risk. High risk.
Put it on slide show. You're sharing it, right? These slides. Are you sharing the slides right now?
I'm not sure. No, okay, hang on. I can see the slides, but how do I share? Sorry, I need to go to my slides. Okay.
Yeah, you need to put.
Am I sharing now?
Yes, we can see you right now.
And I'm in control. Yes, I'm in control. Yes, okay. So essentially, that was the message. So we thought this is a good idea if we share with people, if we can help them to change the way they live, change their habits, then you might find an opportunity to strengthen themselves so that their resilience to this horrible disease is stronger. That it puts them in the best potential position so that it becomes a mild form and the body is able to cope with the challenge that it comes to them. So, and we know scientifically there's a lot of doctors talking about this throughout the world. So that's where the research has come from. So I started off by saying that that my own experience back in 2008 was that I decided to enter this space, the exercise space, and that's all I did for 5 years. For 5 years, I played football with the Brazilians, and I went around telling the world I played for Brazil. But the point is that all I was doing is about sometimes four times a week, I was playing football or training and trying to achieve my goals of losing weight and becoming fit. And that's the mentality a lot of people have. I think you're right about JT. Would agree with that. Most people have that mentality. You want to improve your fitness, go exercise. Yeah, that's what people go there first. But I discovered when I hurt my knee, so I stopped playing the game. And then I found all the weight I lost came back on, and even more. So I got into a worse position. And on top of that, obviously became more and more unfit. And what I actually done is I put the muscle I gained, I started to lose, and I had even more fat cells, and therefore, essentially, I'd got a lot more weight. So then I did some research over the last 4 years, and I discovered that there's a formula, and this is obviously the Vibrant Health formula. So it's not just about exercise, okay?
Yeah.
So I started by focusing first on food and changing the food element, because I think that has a dramatic impact on your overall health. And then I found that fasting has an incredible impact on you. So the combination of food and fasting together makes a great difference. And then finally, 6 months into the program is when I started doing some exercise. And so success came much later. And of course, the fourth space R&R, which is about rest and the recreation and reconnecting, that space I'm still working on. Okay, so essentially what happened, so I just shared with you the kind of things I did. So I started with a goal. The goal in the middle was to lose the famous visceral fat. I don't know whether you can see me, but that's the fat around the stomach. And so beating away at my stomach. Right. So essentially, this is the fat I found. Even though I was playing football, I couldn't get rid of it. And so so what I discovered is that there is a way, and I will share that with you. I shared it before, but I'll do it again. And I wanted to get into the right space for the BMI. So I was, for my height, I'm a shorty in my family. At least,
right. This is a surprise.
I'm the shortest guy in the family. It's so sad. But that makes it worse for me. That means that my weight can't be so high, because obviously, your height to weight ratio is what the BMI is the measurement of. And then I was on blood pressure tablets and also on statins for my cholesterol. So I wanted to try and reduce that and maybe stop the medication. Those were my goals. So when I look at that, so I read about the different diets available. Now, some people have got low calorie diet. That works. Some people are vegetarians. That works too. There are many options. There's poppy diet. There's all sorts of diets out there. But this one I heard is the most effective, and B, it helps you to reduce your weight much faster. Helps you get to vibrant health the fastest of the lot. And once you're there, helps you keep you there for longer. So this one is, from my research, is the most reliable of the diet. Then I discovered that fasting is a gift. It's a fantastic gift. And then really 16 to 18 hours is what you need. So then finally, when I went into this section, the exercise, you've got to do both cardio and weight. So it's not just the running, but it's also carrying the weights. Oh, God. Okay. And then,
all right, guys. Just hold on, Farouk. When we get 20 views, guys, Farouk will be exercising in front of you while talking through the slides, guys. This is the challenge that we have right now. So please get your family and friends to watch us together, because once we get up to 20 views, we will exercise. No joke about it. All right, fantastic. Now we got 7 views. We need another 13 more views. 13 more views, and we will be exercising live in front of you. Okay, Farouk, go ahead. Continue.
Call your neighbors. Oh, maybe not.
Yes, I'm sure that will be helpful.
Okay. So this is the formula. So just on the diet. I love sugar and I love sweets. So instead of using sugar, move to Lakanto, which apparently has 0 calories. And it's a famous ancient recipe, fruit that is the monk fruit that you can replace it with. So if you like me, it can't. So it took me a while. Initially, I put you put Lakanto in there, and instead of sugar was the first change I made. Then after that, and now it's completely removed. I don't have much of that either. And the other thing I bad habit is obviously I love chocolates and sweets, but I stopped taking those as well. These are sacrifices you have to make.
No, sacrifice the chocolates.
Oh, we got 10 so far, JT. We might have to lower the bar.
Yes.
So start.
Yes, 10 more guys, get 10 more views, and we will exercise live in front of you.
No, I think we're being unfair to them. We should start. Okay, should we start? Okay, so I stopped. But the dark chocolate's all right. You know, you can get 99% cocoa, so you can have a little bit of that, and that's still good. But this is the biggest sacrifice. No more Coke, no more 100 plus, no more of those, and no more fruit juices because they are full of sugar, and they're really not helping me at all. And then from there, the other thing that the changes we made in the kitchen was to change the oil that we use. We were told vegetable oils are great, and that's what we should change to, and stop using butter and fats as a base for cooking. But in fact, what we've discovered is that was the biggest lie told since the 1960s, and we've all changed to that. I used to come home and tell my mother to get rid of the butter, the ghee. She said no, and we used to have arguments. But now I discovered she was so right. Okay, so we know that in the vegetable oil, once it gets to a certain high temperature and it's keep being reused for deep frying and stuff, then the aldehydes kick in, and the aldehydes are known to have links with cancer. So and neurodegenerative disease like Alzheimer's and so forth. So clearly, if you have vegetables in the kitchen, please, or any of these oils, please get rid of them because they are not helping you. They're not good for your health at all. So just remove these, and if you've got a full bottle, I'm sorry, they're going to have to get rid of that. Okay, so instead of this, please move your cooking base to these oils and these fats because they are deemed to be great. Can you believe it? For so long, the Americans told us that coconut was bad for you, and now we discover it was total nonsense. And coconut oil is one of the best options that you have available to you. Olive oil, animal fat is great, especially duck fat and stuff like that. It's great for frying eggs and cooking, etc. So we need best options for oil. Okay, the next thing is stop doing this. Now, I know a lot of you looking now are going to switch off and say, I'm not doing it anymore. I understand the sacrifice for roti canai and thosai. I miss them. But you could have 5 days on this diet, and Saturday and Sunday. The point is reduce this or eliminate this. The carbs are the ones which are causing the biggest problem with chronic disease. And I will share a bit more of that with you in a moment. So I stopped doing this. This is me. This is my sacrifice I made and converted to things like pretend rice, cauliflower rice. What is cauliflower rice, for God's sake? It's cauliflower, but you can fry it and you can do other things with it as well. And then, of course, vegetables. We started to eat the right vegetables, not starchy vegetables. Starchy vegetables like potatoes and things like that. Stop those, from our diet. But a lot more eggs and a lot more of those things that you see there came into our diet. Almond flour instead of wheat flour is the big change we made there. Next one. JC, this is lovely.
No, don't go yet. So we need 20 views. So you get 20 views.
Okay, it's gone to number 2 already, and we started now. Okay, so then of course I stopped snacking and stopped eating processed food. That's critical because processed food is linked with a lot of the problems that people have. A lot of the diseases that we talk about, type 2 diabetes, the Alzheimer's, heart disease. A lot of these links are directly towards processed foods. We've had a huge abundance of processed food in the world, and that's it. And breakfast cereal. Who told us to take breakfast every day? You know who it was? It was the cereal companies. Again, that. So, the next session we talked about fasting, and critically, fasting plays a massive role in this quest to find vibrant health. And really, the goal is to lose that. That visceral fat, which is very difficult to shift. Let me tell you, without fasting, it's almost impossible to shift this. You need to do this. Okay, so because we're in the fasting month right now, and we're almost at the last day, or today is the last day. Wow.
Yes.
I would urge people to carry on fasting beyond this, but do it differently. I'll share with you how to do it differently so it's not as painful. It's not as painful. and it'll help you to reduce your BMI. So first I started by measuring. I used to wear a waist size of 36. I was pushing 36. I was about to go to 38. And now I'm down to 32. And even 32 is now quite loose.
Yay!
Yay. Okay,
Fantastic.
so we know fasting is something promoted with all religions have some form of fasting. But now we're going to Ramadan. I just started to share with you this phrase from the Holy Quran, which says, and to fast is better for you if you only knew. Wow, what a great expression. And you know, I discovered, I didn't know. It was only a year ago I discovered the true value of fasting. So I started my change at the beginning of last year's fasting, May last year, and I just carried on. So what type of fasting are we talking about? Well, you got lots of choices in the so-called intermittent fasting. Intermittent means you can do it for a few days a week. So you can go 16 hours of fasting in 8 hours where you can eat. You can do 20 with a 4-hour eating window, or you can do a 24-hour fast, so just eat once a day. And there are other alternatives as well. So our suggestion to you, like now, we're doing 40-hour fast. We get up at 5:30, we finish at 7:30, that's 14 hours. But the fast I'm suggesting for you beyond tomorrow is the one that includes sleeping as well. So we suggest you have your dinner, let's say 8 o'clock at night. Delay your breakfast. Don't have it at 8 a.m., have it at 10 a.m. Now you've got 14-hour window of fasting for the body. And it works just like daytime fasting. The good thing is you've got your 8 hours sleep included in that. Then you have your lunch and your dinner. That's one option. The other option, which is a better option for you as you improve, as you challenge your body and get better, is to go for the 16 to 18-hour fast. Here, you skip one meal. I suggest you skip breakfast. But if you love breakfast, and some people do, some people love breakfast. So what we do is we say, skip dinner. You get breakfast and lunch. Yeah, it's up to you. There's your opportunity to help your body to heal. Fasting is amazing. Makes a big difference. So you can either miss your breakfast or you miss your dinner. For those 2 meals you eat a lot. Yeah, you give good nutritious food to the body. The body needs that. And then, so when you do eat the right food, eat lots of it. Don't let anybody tell you you're eating too much. You eat as much as you want.
Yes.
Okay, so
exactly.
All right. So what happens to your body while you're fasting? This is something you need to understand. Within 4 to 8 hours of eating, your blood sugar starts to fall, and most of the food has left the stomach. And insulin, which is causing the damage to the body, insulin is causing damage. It's essential. We need it, but it causes damage to the body. Is the one is no longer produced.
Sorry, update. 4 more views, and we will increase our intensity to exercise. So just take note of that. Oh, we have dropped one here, lost one.
Come on, people, come on. All right. So you have your dinner at 8 p.m. and already the body is starting. So this is normal. 4 to 8 hours. This is what happens normally. So let's now, when we wake up in the morning at 8 a.m., what's happened? Well, the food that you ate last night has been burned. Yeah, it's been used up. Great. Yeah, and the digestive system over that has a chance to rest. Very important. Most of your immune system lies in your gut. 70 to 80% of your immune system is here. So if you let it rest, allows your immune system to work. And then if you get a challenge from COVID-19 or something like that, your chances of success improve dramatically. Okay, so now we're saying, delay your breakfast till 10 a.m. You got your 14 hours in. What happens is 16 to 18-hour fast? Your benefits are much more. Okay, so you miss your breakfast. So you move from, you had 8 p.m. last night, now 12 p.m., that's lunchtime, now you eat. Okay, now you have your lunch. The body has started to move into fat burning. The liver has a chance to rest. Think about it. When we eat, we stuff the liver. Now, through time, those 12 hours, the liver starts to empty. 16 hours, it's almost fully empty. Now, when you eat again, you fill it. The liver starts to become healthier and healthier. You can do this at any time, and you can make the difference to your body. Heal your organs. Then you have you have your the other option is to do an 18-hour fast. Now the human growth hormone kicks in, and it starts to skyrocket, and we need that for so many of our functions. Okay, so there's a real benefit to the body. Okay, and finally you have your dinner. So between 2 and 8 is a 6-hour window.
So it sounds like you're out of breath. It sounds like you're out of breath. Looks like you need to up your intensity. Oh, we only got 14 viewers.
Oh, what happened? They went down. Okay, they are. So you do also have 3 other options. You can do 24 hours, 36 hours, or 72 hours. And this is for people who are diabetics. You may want to consider this. And if you're going to consider doing this, then I suggest what you do is you follow a guy by the name of Jason Fung. So autophagy begins. Autophagy is your body eating its dead cells and clearing its systems to allow your muscles, your brain, your liver, your kidneys, all these organs to perform better. Okay? The glycogen stores in the liver are completely drained, and ketones are produced, which is now you go into ketone burning and ketosis, which is really beneficial to you. If you do a 36-hour fast, then your autophagy increases by 300%, so massive increase. Your body is starting to change. 2 days of non-eating, but lots of drinking. You can drink water, you can drink coffee and tea with no sugar in it. Yeah, then the immune system starts to regenerate itself. And your inflammation in the body gets lower and lower, and now you're getting healthier and healthier. Some people even do 3-day fasting, and they have managed to reverse their diabetes very quickly. Okay, but those options, if you are thinking about those options, you need to follow Dr. Jason Fung. He's available on YouTube, and he's willing for you to talk to him as well. Okay. Fantastic. All right. So fasting alone is more powerful in preventing and reversing some diseases than drugs. This is the most useful fact that I can share with you. Okay. So what happens? The level of sugar in the body drops. Blood glucose goes down. Ketones are produced. The body starts changing the way it is actually metabolizing food. Where you get the energy from. Fat burning starts. And the visceral fat starts to move. It starts to move, and that's what we need to do. And the overall outcome is greater mental clarity. That's why I'm talking to you, mental clarity. and you get cellular repair, and all those things are happening. It's amazing what the benefits are. People I'm finding. And you've already got the site. You can see that there's so many doctors who are throughout the world, America, Australia, UK, who are advocating this. This is the formula. So, so all those things are happening to you. All those things I'm sharing with you now. Your metabolism goes up, so you're starting to get greater benefits from the things that you are putting inside your body. Yeah. Now, interestingly, you don't get so hungry. Even though you're not eating and you're fasting, okay? Yeah, you have greater blood sugar control, and the cardiovascular function changes tremendously. Okay, so stay hydrated, please. Make sure you drink lots of fluid. So as we move out of the Ramadan period, you can now start to fast, but do it differently. Fast through the night and some hours of the day. Drink lots of fluid, lots and lots. But take the additional salts. You need magnesium, sodium, and potassium. Take extra salt because your kidneys will be getting rid of salts from your body. Of course, get lots of sleep. Yeah, all these things. Stay busy. Well, MCO is keeping us busy. We're all on the conference calls and things. Okay, so start with the short schedule first, but when it comes to eating, eat wholesome, nutritious food. Wholesome, nutritious food, and eat lots of it. Okay, so we've said this before. 21 kilos, 21. Okay, and then 5 inches off the waist. So already 5 inches off the waist. A lot of the clothes are, even the latest clothes I bought are getting looser. But it's fine. When you see the change in your body, when you see those changes, you feel so good. And people go around complimenting you. That's what drives you. I am so full of myself. Oh, dear. Okay, but importantly, I'm no longer hypertensive, so I've gone off those drugs. I've stopped the statins because I no longer need those. And so my whole body, everything about me has changed. And statins are responsible for muscle wastage and feeling weak. I took them for 15 years. And now I'm so happy that I'm not on them anymore. Feel a lot better. Yeah, and finally, I get a lot more energy. I can jump like that. Okay, so today we're focusing much more on the power of exercise. So JT, I'll get to you yet. Oh, with the left.
Yeah.
Any comments? Any info?
No comments yet.
Huh?
There's a lot of friends who are joining us. Jagdish has joined us. Marilyn has joined us. Jamie has joined us. Okay. Fauzi has joined us. Fantastic.
All right. And I see Jamie Mary's there as well, yeah?
Yeah, she's still here. Oh, we have dropped to 9. Looks like people are not too bothered about exercising, Baruch.
Yeah, well, I think we... carry on. Okay, so I just carry on for a short while and so this is our goal, right? So yeah, is your stomach flat? So can you please give me your answer? Is your stomach flat? Or is it the L is silent?
That's a good one.
So that's a good starting point for the exercise. So the thing is, we all want to exercise, but what stops us? Right? Well, should we bother with exercise? I think that's a good question to ask. Yeah? So are we meant to be exercising? Well, let's have a brief historical view. Let's look at what it was like in history. Okay? So essentially, we are made for exercise. Really, there's no doubt about it. All right? So if you go back to beyond 2 million years ago, man has been on this. You go early man, we're talking about 3.5 million years ago. But essentially, this is how we lived, by hunting animals and following them wherever they went. We are nomadic people. The animals were our lives, and that was our food. And so there was a lot of exercise involved. We had to hunt to get our food. Hunter-gatherers, that's what we were. And then about 10,000 years ago, agriculture changed the nature of our lives. Now we started to settle down and form communities. And still, there's hard work. You had to plow the fields. You had to, on a daily basis. So you ask any farmer, it's a hard work. And so the exercise was still very common, very much part of our lives, even though the diet changed. And along came the Industrial Revolution, 1760. And again, the kind of work we had was labor intensive, lots of hard work, even though machines were helping us. We're still getting a lot of exercise. So through our history, we have been, as human beings, second nature. Exercise is part of our life. But what happened? Suddenly, it's in the 20s or maybe later in the United States, in America, it was 1920s, but in other parts of the world, in the 40s and 50s, we started getting a lot more fast food, fast everything. But we got, for the first time, we got what we call the fat generations. Yeah, in America, for the first time, because of obesity, they're saying the life expectancy has gone down. We've been going up and up and up with life expectancy, now started to go down. We suggest that this is a serious problem. Okay, and also with it, at the same time, we've seen a drastic increase, dramatic increase in chronic diseases that are unheard of before. Okay, so should we bother with exercise? Yes, we should. Have a look at Malaysia today. Yeah, level of obesity in Malaysia. Anybody that has a guess? It's a lot, yes. Okay, Malaysia faces a challenge because we've got two types of people. You've got obese and you've got tofies.
Yep.
Thin on the outside, fat on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? Sad is that when you look at someone.
Tofu is a combination of tea and coffee.
Yeah. Or those who love to eat tofu.
Yes.
Full of tofu. I'm a tofu. Okay, so essentially, which means that you can actually be a thin diabetic. And we have a lot more thin diabetics in this part of the world than they have in Europe and America.
Wow, all right.
If you're a big diabetic, if you're an obese diabetic, you lose weight, and effectively you may reverse your disease. But if you're a thin diabetic, it's not easy. Yeah, you have to really work at it. It can take a long time. This formula
Yes.
will make a dramatic difference for you. Okay, so look at that, almost 50%.
Wow.
Almost 50%
That's
of the population.
huge.
It's huge. It is a chronic problem. It's something that we have to do something about. That's right. So we'll get some people to type some stuff. What's the excuse for not exercising?
All right, guys. So what I'd like to ask you right here now is, why do you think the obesity rate is high in Malaysia? So what's the excuse of Malaysians for not exercising? All right. So please type into the chat box below, guys. As we get more people exercising, we will be exercising live in front of you right now. Okay, and I'm trying to hold my breath to make sure that I can still hold my tempo and talk to you guys. Okay, so please write into the chat box below, guys. What's the excuse of Malaysians not exercising? Okay, please type into the chat box below right now. Okay. Okay, Nora has said eating continuously and snacking. Yeah, I think that's a very good point that Nora has just highlighted. Okay. Oh, 11 people. Lepaking. That's an interesting thing, JB. Lepak could be a very good, so food, lepaking. That's a very good feedback there. Anybody more? The rest of you, what do you think is the laziness? Marilyn has said laziness is one of the things that causes not to exercise. Yes. All right, thank you. We'd like to hear a couple more comments, guys. What is the excuse for Malaysians not exercising? Okay. Well, for now, we got 12 viewers. Once we get 8 more viewers, we will increase the intensity of our exercise.
I took it to 3 just now. Whoa.
In fact, in front of me, I have a bull worker. This is known as the bull worker, guys. I'll be using the bull worker if we get 20 views in front of me. All right, continue, Farouk.
Okay, so let me just share with you go back to the formula again and say how do you apply it, and then put in exercise as one of the elements, and then this element and how it plays a role. Look at the 4 spaces. Critical.
Yes.
Critical is to change your diet. Take away those carbs, take away sugar, take away those things, and reduce it to a minimum at least. Okay? That's critical. Yep. Very important is fasting. The 2 together alone will give you a fantastic result. So you may not. Why about exercise? Well, exercise will help you to keep you there. Have you met people who've been on a diet and they lost weight, and then 6 months later they've gone back to the same weight and then gone further, got worse? This is classic. People focus on food, dieting, and they think that will solve the problem. Often they'll go into the exercise space first.
Yeah,
but
agreed.
Alone it won't work. You need to combine these things. So that's why.
Yes.
You okay? Yeah. So critical is the food. Change the food. Look at eat only natural, wholesome, nutritious food. That's what we're saying. And then when it comes to fasting, stop the bad habit of snacking. Get rid of your snacks. Okay? Yeah. Allow your organs to heal. If you constantly eat, you produce insulin. Insulin then causes inflammation, and your organs are getting hammered all the time. The liver does not get time to empty itself. It does not get opportunity to rest. And if it's not doing that, then it's very difficult for the cells to heal. It's imperative that we allow the organs to rest. Now, look at the benefit. You've got loads of time. You don't have to think about food all day long. What you can do, you can use that time to do many things. If you're free, come down and do my gardening. But anyway, the point is you've got opportunity to do something valuable with your time and do all those things you ever wanted to do. And you'll save money because you're not eating as often. So there are clear benefits to that formula. Then we need to exercise because we need to build up the muscles. While you do those things, you're losing muscle mass. Some muscles we lost. So we need to build up the muscles, and at the same time, the bones need to be strengthened so that as we get older, we are more robust. Okay, so that's why it's important to do all three. Next week, we'll talk about how to help you to manage your stress, get good quality sleep, and push yourselves towards longevity.
Yep, very good.
Okay, so this is the complete formula and how we do it. So, improving your muscle to fat ratio is essential. So I repeat that. Improving your muscle to fat ratio is essential for long-term benefits. You want more muscle, less fat cells, more muscle cells, and that will help you to keep you at this new level for the long term. Otherwise, it'll stop you going back to where you were before, or even worse. Okay, so we want to get rid of the weight. We want to have more mobile joints. Yeah, I stopped playing football because of my knees. They were hurting. Now I found, being on this for a year later, touch wood, that I've not had that problem since the last 6 months easily. So I can exercise for an hour, 30 minutes on treadmill, 30 minutes on the rower, and weights, all those things, and still not feel anything. In fact, when I finish, I feel really good. Okay? Right, so if we don't move our muscles, or don't, the fibrous tissues form, which is very damaging for our body. And then you find you've got the stairs, you're out of breath. We're on a treadmill for a few minutes like that, and you're out of breath. But it's really heart and circulation. So if you don't, this is what happens. And what about people who sit down and don't do much? Well, sitting can kill. What do we mean by that? You know, if you're out sitting or standing, you probably feel this. Now you're on Zoom or you're on WebEx. Yeah, you get strained neck, short shoulders. Yeah, lower back pain. So you've got to have really good seats and get comfortable. We do suggest that you need to exchange. You sit down, you do some work, stand up for half an hour, just move the camera, and then sit down, and you keep doing that. Change that helps. Some people, while they're doing Zoom, they're exercising at the same time as they're talking away. They're doing things, you know, under the table or things which are helping them to stay fit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So if you carry on like this, you get swollen legs. Years later, varicose veins, heart disease, and colon cancer. These are horrible things that can happen. So exercise can play a vital role. We were meant to exercise. We were meant to do hard work. Here's an example of someone who went from the wheelchair to look like that. And she may have brought about that change. I think it was in 1 year. The reference for this is Dr. David Unwin from UK. This lady is from the north of Liverpool. And she was in a wheelchair. She followed the formula that I'm sharing with you now. And this is the outcome in a year. Look at the straight line drop in her weight. Unbelievable. Okay? And it doesn't stop there. There's Dr. David Unwin with another one of his patients. He's a GP in Southport. And this patient is 87 years old. 87 years old. And he has lost the, I can't remember, 6 inches off his waist and reversed his diabetes. These are real people, real cases. We know it works. And he goes to the gym every day now. Oh, sorry, he did before lockdown, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, what can you do? So, JT, is it over to you now or what?
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh, my blooming neck. Have you got enough people? I think you should do it.
You're not doing too well today. You only got 11 people left.
It's all right. It's not the volume that counts. It's the people that come. That shows there's. Remember at the beginning I said we've got about a total of 13 people throughout the world who want to join up with us with this Vibrant Health and really make a difference. One guy already lost 5 kilos since we started. He's really already changed so much of his life. And we're seeing dramatic. With that guy, we should see a big loss because he was like this. So we're looking forward to big change. And he's a Malaysian. I've got people in UK, 2 people in America. I've got 1 person in Switzerland. All these people are my relatives and friends. and they are joining in this idea, and they're watching. And some of them watch delayed because I think the UK people are sleeping right now. Probably US people. Okay, so what can we do to exercise? Well, it's not just exercise. Don't forget, we need to focus on our balance as well. So yeah, it's important for us to stand up and move around. Going for walks is very important. Yeah, check your posture every 20 to 30 minutes. Later on, you want these guidelines, we can just send them to you. So you should be sitting and standing especially when you're working on Zoom or WebEx or the work we're doing right now from home. Obviously, find time to take a break and do some stretching exercises. They really make a difference. Okay.
All right.
Cool. Increase the speed now.
Okay.
Oh, it's your turn. Hooray! Can I stop now?
No, you can't. You can continue on. I'm being on still here. Okay, guys. So I'm just going to share a bit about my story here about exercising. So this is one of the topics I'm actually very passionate about. And I can see that my first form of exercise was when my parents sent me for taekwondo. Okay, this was when I was in a younger stage. And taekwondo was the first thing that I used to do. Then later on, I went on to also swimming. Okay, swimming as a form of exercise, which was quite ironically, I actually had lessons for swimming. But unfortunately, I did not take it too seriously. But what's really fascinating is the fact that once I stopped swimming, then I took swimming seriously. That's the funny thing about me. All right, so over here, these are some of the achievements I have made throughout my life in terms of exercising. So one of the things I'm very passionate about is going to the gym and exercising vigorously. And one of the other sports that I have taken part in is dragon boat. So there, if you see me on the top right as well as the bottom left, these are some of the achievements I managed to achieve in dragon boating, which is actually a very good way to build not just endurance in your muscles, but also physical strength. Okay, because one thing I do believe what's really interesting about exercising is the fact that when you are exercising muscles to build your muscles, it also helps to burn your fat. That's a really thing that I discovered at a really early age, and I found it to be absolutely true for myself as well. Because sometimes when people think of losing weight, they straight away go into cardiovascular. But actually, you do not just need to do cardiovascular, you actually can do weight training as well, which is one of the biggest passion I have until today. All right. Now, the thing that got me into exercising was the fact that my father has a gym at home. All right. He actually has his mini gym, and he has actually a full equipment. You can actually do a holistic exercise when you are at home and my father's gym.
So if
this is started my passion for it. Sorry, Farouk?
If you live in Sudan, we can give you the address. You can go around and use it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's something that we can consider. Okay, so guys, this is just a bit about me. So when it comes to exercising, right, this is one of my greatest passion personally, and I always do advocate it to many of my family and friends of exercising. Yep. Okay, so let's go on to the next part, which is what happens if you stop exercising? Because you see, right, guys, especially during this MCO period, it's quite challenging for many people to, not go to the gym. But one thing I do find, especially for myself, is I stop exercising, I get stressed. I'm not sure about you guys, but it's very stressful for me when I don't exercise.
We know you're terrible to deal with in the office.
Because one thing I do find challenging as well when it comes to the hormones. You get a huge rush of hormones when you are exercising, and that feeling does not get it from anywhere else. So that's one thing I do love about exercising, is that feeling of accomplishment and achievement. You also will surprisingly lose your sleep. And yeah, the next part is actually you will gain weight. Plus, one thing I find, especially among many people who are passionate about exercising, is when they start to exercise, they tend to consume more food. But they do not get the weight gain, interestingly, is because the exercise intensity was relatively high. Okay? But what has happened, especially for many people, is the fact that They stop the exercise, but they do not stop the consumption of their food. And hence, that's why they will gain weight if they stop exercising. All right. Yeah. Likelihood to have unhealthy food cravings. This was one of my pet peeves also, especially when it comes to snacking, comes to eating sweets. There's something that happens when you stop exercising. Yeah, fitness levels tend to decrease. The easy things like touching your toes used to be very easy, but once you stop exercising, it may become difficult. Muscles definitely become weak. Yep. Your moods can go yo-yo. Sometimes I'm not sure about many of you, but you tend to yo-yo your mood swings. Your bones will be weakening, definitely. All right. And the last part is sometimes what happens is your tendency to get chronic illnesses actually increases. Yeah. So guys, here I'm sharing with you are actually the 9 things that happens to you if you stop exercising. Means if you used to exercise and you stop exercising, these are the things that can happen to you. All right. Jamie says, when feeling stressed out, exercising helps. Very good, Jamie. Keep that up, because even though during this MCO, there are simple things that you can do when you want to exercise at home. So over here, I'd like to share with you some simple things you can do. And I call it the easy way to start exercising when you want to keep fit in this space of exercising. All right. So yeah, number 1, take advantage of free workout videos. Let me tell you guys, my wife and I, we watch a lot of YouTube videos. And one of the things that we like to watch...
Are you sure you want to share this?
Well, YouTube is a good platform to learn a lot of resources. So one of the good things about YouTube, guys, is they actually have a lot of exercise videos on there. All right. We are very passionate about, learning about certain things like body combat, body jam. These are the exercises which are group exercises which we follow very religiously at home. Okay. Yeah. Walking around when possible. Honestly, guys, now because we are in the CMCO, which means you actually have the opportunity to go out and walk around your neighborhood, which is really good. Walking is a very good form of exercise, and try to walk as much as you can whenever possible. Okay? Now, the third one, guys, that I'd like to recommend to you is the following. Take the stairs. Yes, guys. Especially for those of you who probably are staying on a double-story place, walking is fantastic exercise. If you are staying in a condominium, take the lift to maybe the 2nd floor, if you're living above 2nd floor, and just walk the stairs down for the rest of the way. You'll find tremendous benefit by walking on the stairs. Okay? You can also get very creative in the way you exercise. And later, guys, I'd like to show you some examples of what you can do when you want to exercise while working. Yeah. Because I know some of us, we are working from home right now. And I'd like to give you some tips on what you can do while you're working and you can exercise. Yep. Next thing, guys, some basic equipments are fantastic. Now, let me tell you one thing. Sometimes, for some of us, do we need to get a treadmill or do we need to get a full equipment, with all those chin-up bars and stuff? I can tell you not necessarily. All you'll need is a chair, a bench, and a couple of weights which are adjustable. That is a very good way to kickstart. Okay, because when you get some of these basic weights, guys, you can do a full body routine already. And once again, if you go on YouTube, this is a very good opportunity for you to discover some very simple exercising tips that you can gain over there. All right. Now, if you do not want to invest on some equipment, you can do body weight exercises. And once again, there are many that kind of exercises available online, or you can watch it on YouTube as well. Okay. The next part that I like to share over here is this. You can even do housework. One thing about housework, right, guys? If you make it, you do it more vigorously. You start to squat while you're doing, you're sweeping the floor or you're vacuuming. This is actually a very good form. Now, what's really interesting, guys? Lunges, squats, and burpees. These are the 3 essential exercises that I want to encourage everybody to do, especially if...
Are you going to show us what they are? Are you going to show us what they are?
Later, I'll show it. If I get 20 views, guys, I will demonstrate it live in front of you.
I think you're trying to get out of it. That's what you're trying to do. 20 views. So make it conditional.
Let me tell you right now, for the moment I've been talking to you for the past 50 minutes, guys, I've already burned 300 calories, okay? I've already burned 300 calories by talking to you guys right now. Okay, but let me tell you guys, one thing, especially as you age, the challenge when you're aging is the fact that your legs tend to give way, you know? So one thing that I have to recommend, especially if you're aging, you need to always squat, you know? Squatting is a very good form of exercise when it comes to strengthening your lower part of the body.
Show us a squat, man. Show us a squat. I'm aging.
I am squatting. I'm squatting right now. Now, because you see, right, guys, when it comes to squatting, what it does, it builds a very good foundation for your legs. And when you grow older, you notice one of the challenges of elderly is their legs give way. And that's why sometimes when they fall down, it's very hard for them to get up again. And that's one thing good about squatting is the fact that squats helps to strengthen the fact that if you were to fall down, you are able to pick yourself up again. So one of the good things I have to recommend is the squatting toilet. You know those toilets that you have to squat on? That is actually a very good thing for you to do on a regular basis.
All right, okay? Yeah, I'm doing it.
All right. Next part that I'd like to share with you all, guys, is this.
Less of the elderly, all right? Let's talk.
Yeah, you actually can take part in some active video games, guys. You know, like Nintendo Wii. Nintendo Wii was a slightly older platform on which you can exercise and play games at the same time. All right, and this is a very good form of exercising if you want to have fun and exercise at the same time. Okay. The last part that I'd like to share with all of you is this, okay, yoga. All right. Now, yoga is a very good form of exercising when you have limited space. Now, one thing you'll find really interesting about yoga, guys, is this. Yoga is not as strenuous as running, as walking, or lifting weights. But the benefits of yoga are tremendous. Not only it builds your agility, it also builds your flexibility, it improves your cardiovascular, and it builds muscles. Do you know that, guys, that yoga actually helps you to build muscles? I'm sure many of you know.
They twist their body, JT, like crazy, man. I can't do any of that.
Oh. Yes, for you to first,
the most I can do is, that's it, I've done it.
You know, when you try to put your legs behind your feet and stuff, your legs behind your head, those are the form of exercises that actually is very powerful as well. Okay, so yoga also.
I'm never going to see that.
Muscularity. All right.
Yeah. Don't try that at home on your own. You might not get out of that locked position.
Okay. Now, for the next part, guys, one thing I'd like to share with you are some exercises that you also can do while you are working. All right, exercises you can do while you are working. So over here, guys, yes, a stationary bike, you know, using your table as a push-up place. Now, one thing I do find interesting, like right now, what am I doing? I'm using my laptop, but my laptop is elevated and I'm standing. So, you know, when you're using the computer, why not you do it from a standing position rather than sitting down? I can tell you just by standing and using your computer at home, is actually a very good form of exercising as well. All right. Now, one thing I have to say, guys, especially for many of us who are at home today, have a workout partner. It actually is a very good motivator to get you to work harder than ever before. So don't just do it alone. Do it with your partner at home. You know, get your kids involved, get your family involved. You know, my sister and her husband, recently they did the burpee challenge, 100 burpees a day.
Wow.
100 burpees a day. That is absolutely fantastic.
Burpees, JT, is that when you burp the kids? Is it?
No, it's when you drink and you burp.
No, we need to report them to the social services. Doing that to the kids.
So burpee is a combination of squatting, going down, going up, and coming back up again. Sorry, guys, because the camera is a bit high, you couldn't see how I did the burpee just now there. But let me tell you, burpee is also a very good form of exercising.
JJ,
No,
later you show us. We want to see the squat. We want to see the burpees. So you show it to us.
I've done it, sir. I just done it.
You got to get the camera right.
Okay, yeah. The next part, guys, about working at home as well that I'd like to share with you are the following. All right. So the following is the things that you also can do, which are simple and yet effective. You know, let's say if you're a couch potato, all right, you have not done any form of exercising during the intermittent breaks or during your things, just sit up and stand up and then sit down again. Sit up and stand up and sit down again. You know, simple movement of your arms just in front every 1 hour. You know, you just do this for 5 minutes, guys. You'll see there's a tremendous benefit of doing this while you are working at home. So there are many things that you can do. You can see the middle picture there, guys, carrying your child. Yes, you can do what Samson did when he was growing up, and Hercules was carry a bull on top of the shoulder and start walking around with that. So that's your baby there.
If you don't have a child, find somebody else's child. It's not a problem.
Yes, that's definitely something
that's quite important. You got to do this.
You actually can find, right, guys, that if you have a young child right now, it's even more important for you to stay healthy. Imagine, you know, let's say if you are in your 30s and you just have a new child. When you are in your 50s, your child will just be 20 years old. That's 20 years down the road. And if your child were to get married, what kind of parent do you want to be? Do you want to walk them proudly down the aisle? Or do you want to use a walking stick? Or do you want to use a wheelchair? Think about that, guys.
Or carry them.
Yeah, you can piggyback them, you know.
Strong, so
and
strong.
And it's just, I think it's some of the things that I find some of my friends, they tend to take for granted their health condition. Yeah. Because, you know, this, I think one thing that's happening a lot, especially in Malaysia, is people are having children at a later age. Okay, due to financial commitments, due to the work stress. But let me tell you guys, if you're having child at a later age, it's very important for you to keep your health going. All right. And that's the thing that I just want to advise here. So all the forms of exercises when you're working helps out, and you must do that on a regular basis.
Okay. So move on.
The last thing I just want to highlight, guys. Okay, on this thing called high intensity interval workout. All right, high intensity interval workout. This is especially very important when you have less time to work out. So what is the recommended time to work out, guys? Let me share with you if you are looking at building muscles. All right, because this is the thing that we are emphasizing today on the exercise edition. If you're building muscles and you want to stay fit, you need to exercise daily. Daily active movement and at least 30 minutes every day, guys. At least 30 minutes every day. Yeah, that is the recommended time frame for you to exercise. And over here, all these form of exercises that you see on the screen here are great ways to build muscle. And if you do it at a high intensity, because you only have 30 minutes, guys, if you're going to use 30 minutes, do it at the best of your capability. And you'll see tremendous results when you start doing that. All right? So over here, guys, there's walking, there's jogging, and these are the great things that you can do on a daily basis. Just 30 minutes, guys. You'll see that 30 minutes actually passes by very fast. Okay, Farouk, over to you.
Yeah, okay, great. JT, thank you very much. So, guys, if you're starting from zero, you haven't done exercise for a long time, please do not go crazy and do those 30 minutes. Start slow, build it up, go for walks, you know, go around the garden, do things, or walk up and down your stairs. But do things that will start to improve your level of fitness, and then work yourself up to 30 minutes a day. And then you start to see the clear benefits. You start to get stronger, and you start to feel that your benefits from the fasting and the food are culminating with this this exercise, which is now giving you the benefits of vibrant health and keeping you hopefully safe from this COVID-19. There's not much you can do to prevent it, but if you get it, your chances of survival and a very low level of disease are much higher if you follow what we're suggesting. So you don't have to do it all by yourself. I mean, I'm sure you've seen this one on the left. Oops, sorry. Where the guy puts soap on the floor and and uses that as a treadmill. So you can get resourceful. Sorry, I dropped my thing. You can get resourceful, and of course, you can help others. And this is one video we saw where these old people were in wheelchairs, but they were using these things to capture the balls, and they were being pushed around. It's a lovely thing to do and get people also having fun, connecting, and also getting some degree of exercise done, even though they are handicapped in that situation, in the wheelchair. We're coming towards the end, and really I want to highlight today is that there's an announcement in the UK by the Secretary of Health. He's saying there's a shocking figures show that the level of obesity is directly linked to COVID-19 deaths, and it's time for us to do something about this. Finally, UK is recognizing that we've got to reverse this level of obesity in the country. And it's something that we need to do as well here in Malaysia. We need to understand that it's causing a lot of problems and potential problems for the long term, a lot of sickness. And the sickness is costing us a lot more than what would cost us to reverse the level of obesity and the level of fitness in the country. So clearly there's something that's happening there. So we'd like to finish the session today and say thank you for joining us. But we're getting outside of obviously this broadcast, getting a lot of people who are interested to join and become part of the movement. So if you'd like to do that, go ahead, JT. What do you want to say? Oh, he's doing it.
I'm just agreeing to what you're saying.
Okay, so JT, what do you want them to do in terms of this commitment towards vibrant health? What do you want them to do if they want to get?
All right, guys. So for those who have joined us and you've been an avid follower for us, thank you so much for being a great part of our family right now. Now, this does not stop here, right, guys? This does not stop right here. Now, Farouk has just highlighted just now before we kickstarted the whole exercise routine, the fact that there are many people who have came back to us that share with us what they have been doing following the advice that they're sharing on Pro Vibrant Health. Okay, and they're seeing tremendous results and fast results, guys, by implementing the 4 areas in their total daily life. You know, the fasting, the food, the exercise, and the R&R. Now, for you out there right now, guys, if you would like to be part of this group that we are doing for Pro Vibrant Health, if you like to get personal advice, if you like to get our personal commitment to you, understanding what food to take, what kind of fasting routine you want to go through, or what kind of exercise you want to do, please type into the chat box right now, Vibrant Health. We will come and keep in touch with you guys, and we will share with you individually on the right advices that we can implement for you. Now, the great thing, guys, we are very passionate about this thing. So please type in the chat box, Vibrant Health, if you want us to contact you and help you to secure the space, either in the food area, the fasting area, or the exercise area. Next week, we're going to be talking about the RRR area. Okay, which is the
yeah.
All right, guys. So please message us. Please message us Vibrant Health if you would like to take part in our community right now. Farouk has been helping out many individuals already. I think it's about up to 15 individuals right now, and we are still open to more and more of you coming to us. Okay, so guys, if you'd like to join our Vibrant Health movement to stay alive and increase your chances of surviving COVID-19, please message the Vibrant Health in the chat box, and we'll keep in touch with you very soon.
Okay, so this is a statement of our commitment. Obviously, we started this, and many people have started getting excited about following us and seeing the results. I've already shared with you the people we know have got massive results throughout the world. We know people who've done that, but also in my own family, we've got 3 of us have changed our whole world. Actually, we changed our wardrobe the most. In fact, the wardrobe is full of clothes we can't wear, and that's going to cost a lot of money. But and we can't go out and buy anything at the moment. But the interesting thing is that we know it's been over 1 year that I've been doing this, so I know it works. My son has lost 23 kilos, and all his clothes are falling off. So we've had to buy. He's actually wearing my clothes now. Interesting. He's much bigger than me in terms of height, etc. But anyway, the point is, change is possible, and change is coming, and change is what you need to consider. Because right now, our attention is on COVID-19. It has to remain there because it's a deadly virus. We know that. And the fact that we're doing something for ourselves in a better position, to beat it, is very important. And I think this is the formula that we're sharing with you. So if you want to join us, great. We'll help support each other. Thank you very much.
I just want to share a bit about the wardrobe, Farouk. It's the fact that what I'm wearing right now, this cap right here and this t-shirt right here, is something that I got 7 years ago. Okay,
Wow.
This is 7 years ago when Under Armour just came into Malaysia. All right, and I'm still be able to wear it until today. Okay, it's still fitting, and this is the reason why exercises actually helps. Okay, keeping your makan well controlled and as well as your exercising routine, you can actually fit back into many of your old clothes very well. All right.
So JP, because of MCO, you have not been out to buy any food, and as a result, we see this result. Fantastic. Thank you, Malaysian government, for the MCO. It worked.
Yes. Definitely. Okay.
And I saw you pouring the cocoa weight. I saw you pouring all that cocoa weight. Brilliant. Well done.
I think Leah can put us, just two of us, remove the slides, Leah, if you can. Just put the two of us in the video. Yeah, very good. Thank you so much. Okay, guys. So thank you very much for being with us here today. This is Increasing Your Chance of Surviving COVID-19 Exercise Edition. All right. And thank you for joining us here because this is actually very new for us to be doing exercising and talking at the same time.
Yeah.
But we are very happy that we managed to achieve it and we managed to share with you some great information about this section here. Join us next week, guys, where we will be talking about the 3 sections called RRR, all right, which is the aspects of rest,
recreation, reconnecting. So this is for longevity. This is going to help you to de-stress and find ways, to find inner energy and strength. Okay.
Okay.
Looking forward to it. Woohoo!
So, friends, thank you so much once again for joining us. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Nora, for being avid followers of our channel. We look forward to hearing much more success stories of people joining our pro-vibrant health movement. Thank you very much. Take care, guys.
Okay. Bye.
Yes.
See you again. All the best.
Bye, guys. Take care. See you. And all right, fantastic. Take care. See you guys.